So you're probably going to hear a lot of YouTubers talking about verification badges, possibly in an upset tone because a lot of YouTubers are going to have theirs removed. I am yet to have mine removed, but that'll probably be an email I receive very soon. I've actually received an email saying, "Hi there. We're writing to let you know that we're updating the look and eligibility criteria for channel verification on YouTube. In the coming weeks, you'll see a new grey background on your channel name that indicates it's a verified channel. With this change, all verified channels, including official artist channels, will have a consistent look across YouTube. The goal is to help you avoid being impersonated and help viewers understand if a channel is the official presence of the creator, celebrity, or brand it represents." Now, when YouTube talk and they write these letters out, I feel like the actual original intention of what they're doing kind of gets lost in the fancy talk that comes out on top of it. I think this is probably a reaction to many of the outrages, ad apocalypses, drama stories that happen around YouTube, because quite a lot of time these channels are verified that get involved in these dramas, and YouTube want to clean up their image and their look. So previously you only needed 100,000 subscribers to then get a verification stamp on your channel, and that has probably been used to bite back at YouTube. Some YouTuber does something controversial, and then someone also wants to point out, hey, this person was verified as well. So they probably want to scale back who they're going to give that badge of honor to, and they kind of talk about how it is a badge of honor as well. Now, there is a blog post, and in this blog post they'll show you how the change will look. No longer it'll be a little tick next to the name, it will actually be the name highlighted in grey, which I think is really actually going to make it pop and stand out a little bit more than the tick. You're also not going to see this as much because it's going to be much harder to get into the program. Now, I was having a look at what you need to do to be eligible to get into this, and the guidelines are really kind of vague. You need to have built a large audience and community on YouTube. No number specified here. Large is just the word that they're going with. Are widely recognized outside of YouTube and have a strong presence online. Now, that's probably referring to being a celebrity or, being more than just solely a YouTuber. So this could, easily disqualify someone like myself. But then again, I'm on Twitch and I have a presence there. And, no numbers, just a strong presence. So it's opened up to YouTube's interpretation, basically. And it says, or have a channel name that could be confused with other channels on YouTube. Now, that sounds like a disqualifying bit, right? Like you shouldn't be have a similar name. Or maybe what they mean actually is that if there's, Xisuma and Xisuma Void, let's say, and they're totally two different people, then one might get verified to distinguish them. But that just sounds like a can of worms as well. They also go on to say, distinguish your channel without verification. Use a unique channel name that represents who you are and the type of content you publish. Use a high quality image of your channel icon to make yourself look professional in search results, and customize channel art and layout for a personalized look and feel for your channel page. So all in all, it feels like this rollout is just going to cause controversy because there are no numbers, no standards to reach. It's basically going to be at YouTube's discretion, and I think this is them creating a vetting system to divert attention from future controversies, where then someone can point the finger and go, this person is verified, that is a badge of honor in your platform, and therefore YouTube is terrible, or make more of a meal out of a situation than they need to. I also think it's probably a good idea, because although I feel like someone like myself could have a verified badge and that would make sense, I'm not causing much of a harm, I hope, here on YouTube. And then, there are lots of channels that could reach 100,000 subscribers quite easily and go under the radar because YouTube is so massive. So it seems like a smart decision all around, but I think people are probably going to end up, YouTubers losing their badge are going to moan about it, basically. And I think all in all, it's probably a smart move for YouTube to do. There is, however, one thing that has caught my attention from a Verve article. I can't verify if it's true or not. But it says that having a verified badge will affect the top recommendations when someone searches for something. So if that's currently happening now and being verified gives you that, then that's, you reach 100,000, you get a bit of a boost through that badge. But if it's not and people are having this taken away anyway, it gives kind of like another unfair advantage there. You get verified through these kind of like at YouTube's discretion verifications you need to meet, and then that gives you an advantage in the search results. So YouTube are kind of hand selecting in some respect, who can be more successful on their platform. And that is the only thing I think is really controversial about this. If it's not something that every single creator can reach and then get like a kickback from YouTube through search results, if it's them cherry picking, then it's them handing an advantage to the people that they have cherry picked. That's the one thing that I'd have complaint with in this whole little situation. And now we have an update to this story, as YouTube have responded to the outrage, which I personally think was a little bit inflated. You know, no one was making a big deal about these verification ticks beforehand, it seemed, but you take them away and then people say that it means a lot. And because of this backlash, they've been able to make a change. But I think it's because this is a preemptive move of YouTube to tidy up one of their verification things, as opposed to it being directly linked to some ongoing drama where they're pressured to advertisers. This then gives them the flexibility to actually make a pretty quick response, which is unusual for YouTube. So it's nice to see them be able to get on top of this outrage and backlash pretty quickly. So it says, we hear you loud and clear how much the badge means to you. Channels that currently have verification will now keep it without appeal. We'll continue reviewing those channels to ensure we're protecting creators from impersonation. More on our changes. So it sounds like they're still going to be reviewing channels that have it, just to double check. So you're probably essentially still going to go through some sort of verification system. And then also, it doesn't really specify that people who lost it in the last few days would get it back or not. I'm going to guess they will probably give all of them back and start afresh reviewing all these channels. There's also a second tweet as well saying, like in the past, channels that reach 100k subs will be eligible to apply for verification. To better clarify how channels will qualify, we've updated the eligibility, oh geez, that's a tricky word, criteria here. Eligibility, there we go. Had to focus for a second. And in this article, it now says, are authentic. Your channel must represent the real creator, brand, or entity it claims to be. We'll look at a variety of factors to help verify your identity, such as the age of your channel, and may also ask for additional documentation. Now that to me really clears up. That's a much better way of describing what they were aiming to do than the last set of criteria that we had here. That was a lot more vague and confusing. This to me strikes me as they're not going to verify, let's say, a channel that uploads clips of someone else's content. Maybe they like recreate or take a famous person and it's like a news channel about them. They're avoiding people being misrepresented for a channel that isn't one that they run. That's how I read into that text. And that actually sounds really fair and an appropriate thing to do. Also says, are complete. Your channel must be public, have a description, channel icon and content, and be active on YouTube. Very interesting. So anyway, that's the update to this story. And there might be a few more things coming our way, but I think now that the backlash will probably settle from this is probably the last we're going to hear of this story for a while. That's my guess. Anyway, links in the description below to the articles and the things shown on the screen. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.